I really enjoy it, and I'd love to see you there. And no matter what you do, stomp your left foot on the ground. It really helps to have some sense of time. Metronomes don't tell you when you drift. I've watched so many students and they've got the metronome on, but just because it's on doesn't mean like, it's not like an alarm that goes up that says, hey, you're drifting. But if you are the metronome, if it's generated from within and you're keeping that beat yourself, it's really likely that you're going to stay with it. And whenever you can, do a full arm extension. And the challenge for doing that is not the right hand. It's easy to do this. The trick is the left hand to mute all the strings but one. And the note I'm going to pick is that A note. But first of all, I need to go against how many ever centuries of classical guitar technique there are, because classical guitar people do not use the thumb. And the thumb is the secret for stopping that low E string from ringing out, even if you hit it really hard. So you lightly rest the thumb on top, use the flat part of your hand to mute those out, and then you've got a dual purpose third finger. The sort of the side middle plays the note, and the tip mutes out the string right above it. So it's muting and playing at the same time, and that way you can hit it as hard as you want, and you only hear the one note. And that is so satisfying. And that'll get you in the band, much more than And try to do short notes and long notes in contrast. So that's so much more interesting. The thing that I find is that a lot of, I don't know if it's just guitar players, maybe musicians in general, are really good at the visual things. For example, you can visualize where an A note is. You can look at it. But the things that are more difficult to visualize, but very easy to hear, are how loud the note is. I mean, how do you see loud? I mean, you can look at a Marshall. But with your playing, you can play whisper quiet or super loud. And that's more difficult to see. You can't really look at your guitar and see like loud. But it's there, and your ears can hear it. And that's really what brings emotion and drama to your music. And besides loud, there's short and long. This is just a single note. You've got more notes than one. And locking it into the groove, what other things? The tone, you know, being able to use a different angle of the pick. Like, check this out. If I angle it, I get that nice scratchy sound. But if this will be a giant diagram of the pick angle. If I begin to angle it, I get that scratchy sound. If I flatten it out, I'll demonstrate. So here's the angle. Nice scratchy sound. There we go. It's almost like a treble booster. So that's all happening with the pick. A thin pick helps. The thick ones don't do that as much. But let's see, there's tone, there's volume, there's how long it is, how much vibrato. You gotta do vibrato. It's a guitar after all, it's not a piano. You take advantage of that. We're gonna make a face. Alright, so that's just the beginning. Thanks for letting me talk. I can go on all day. But let's see. Any requests?
Scarified. Scarified.
Scarified.
Scarified.
Dancing Queen.